Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Vessel Says. I'm your host, John Navarro. And boy, was AAA really crazy this week because we had a lot of good matches. All the matches were solid. Storytelling is so good. We had tag team matches left and right. From a six-man tag, a mixed tag team that ended in chaos, as well as a 2-on-1 tag team match. And as well as we got monsters now in AAA, and I'm going to talk about it. That's one of the biggest talking points, but it's not just luchadors in AAA now. Now we have the big guys taking over AAA, and it's a lot going on. So let's get into the review, but before we do that, please like, comment, subscribe, and now let's get on to the Lucha action. We open up with a 2-on-1 match with Galeno versus Yellow Jacket and Galeno. And Galeno once again risks his competition. Poor Galeno and Yellow Jacket was unable to Lucha the monster. He was tossing them around, beating the living hell out of them, even hitting them at the end with a double frog splash on both men, picking up a pin on both men, showing that anyone in the locker room can even take them down, and I don't think they can. But we saw Under Dominant Force step up to the challenge because we saw Omos backstage see the match, talk to Darian for La Ojos, his manager, and he was like, well, if Galeno can do 2 competitors, he can do 3. So he went against 3 competitors, and boy, that was a showcase from Omos. I don't know what WWE did before, but that's how you book a monster. He was like the best spot. Omos stole AAA this week. Fucking local competitors. It was just pure chaos. Just clotheslining them, beating the out of them, chopping the hell out of them. Near the end, he used the rope as like he used the rope as a swing set at one point, using the ring as a weapon on these guys. At the end, hitting a double chokeslam and did a powerbomb to the other competitors, with one competitor pinning all 3 guys looking dominant as hell. And most likely we're gonna get the food of Galeno versus Omos, and I cannot wait for this big guy feud. Like, this is how you book your monsters. I don't know why, but in WWE programming lately, how they book their big guys are not as well, but AAA, they just book them like they're monsters. And I'm ready to see these 2 Goliaths finally collide. I cannot wait for that. Most likely that will happen during Triplemania, but I like how we're starting to build up to this big match. Then we got a 6-man tag with La Vipers versus La Flesca, Octagon Jr. and La Parka. And you knew it was going to be crazy because Abismo Jr. and La Flesca have family drama. Their Lucha feud goes way back, and we saw it last month or 2 on AAA. They ended their match in a no disqualification, beating the hell out of each other. So we knew those 2 was going to bring it, and now they have backup. So this match proved that this feud is not going anywhere. La Fresca and Abismo Jr. is continuing, and La Vipers is getting involved, and maybe as well as Octagon Jr. and La Parka, because this match, they showed aggression. Right away, Octagon Jr. went with La Torres, and great back and forth, but then La Fresca tags in and hits an assisted suplex dive on La Torres. That was really cool with Octagon Jr. Then La Parka tags in, hitting an arm drop assist. Then La Torres goes all out with power, just pretty much wrecking all men on La Parka's team, tagging in Mini Abismo, and then him and La Fresca go back and forth like no tomorrow, just straight up brawling, beating the hell out of each other. Then La Parka tags in, starts to dance around, and Torres and La Parka do not like that, so they push him to the ground, and then hit a killer triple tag move, like a trios tag move. I don't even know what the hell you would call it, but it was really cool. Then All Man was flying all over the place, great back and forth. Back to end, the Vipers accidentally hit each other near the corner, and then Octagon Jr. and La Frisca was able to take out Mini Abysmal and La Taurus. Then Octagon Jr. hit the final member of La Vipers with a stand-in suplex bomb for the win, helping La Frisca take down Mini Abysmal. But we have to wait to see, because I feel like this feud is still going to continue. Then we find out that next week we're going to get Dirty Dominik Mysterio back on AAA, as well as Rey Mysterio have even more news for Triplemania. We already know that it's a 2-night event, one in Mexico, one in Las Vegas, as well as Dominik or whoever is the main champion will have to defend twice. So I'm not surprised if he's going to make War Raiders, Rey Fenix, or even Flamer defend the titles twice. If he says all titles have to be defended on both nights, I would not mind. I want some more AAA action. So I cannot wait to see what Rey Mysterio does with this news. I know it's going to be something big, because Rey Mysterio as the manager and Undertaker lately as the booker, AAA has been hot. And I cannot wait to see what the news is. Then we end off the show with a mixed tag team championship match with Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana versus Libre and Joaquin Wilde. And y'all, no pun intended, this match was wild. But before we start the match, I'm going to say this now. Joaquin Wilde's new gimmick just works for him. Like me being Hispanic, Joaquin's new aesthetic and stuff, I'm like, you know that one Hispanic guy that takes his looks way too personal, wears the chains, think he's suave. Like, Joaquin Wilde plays that gimmick so well. And like later in the match, like at one point he does like news like his chain, he goes more into his hair, he acts like he is a bad boy, and I like it. And teaming up with Libre from the Toxicas, like that was just a good pairing. Those two overall. And Joaquin Wilde is a great standout, and hopefully this means more for him and Libre, because Libre as well did a killer showcase in this match. She stand out from the Toxicas in this match as well. So we started out with Libre and Lola Vice just pulling each other's hair, slapping each other around. But then out of nowhere, Libre puts on a scorpion leg lock hold on Lola Vice. Vice City almost tapping her out. Like the way that she like twisted Lola's leg behind her head to hit that scorpion submission hold like it was nothing. And then Lola Vice hit a killer armbar, but then she reversed it back into the scorpion leg lock hold. Libre, she impressed me, and then she went back and forth with Lola Vice with some MMA style kicks and Lucha style fighting. I was like, okay, Libre, don't mess with Libre. She's a fighter. She can throw hands. But then, out of nowhere, Joaquin Wilde tags in and wants to do a little dance off with Lola Vice, thinking he's better than Lola. So then, out of nowhere, Mr. Iguana had to beat him up with a Leska, and then they go back and forth. But then Joaquin Wilde drops Mr. Iguana with a spinning face breaker, beats him up, and then he has to spray his hair, check his stuff. He's asking Libre, do I look good? You know, playing up that character really good. The Suavemente character, like, oh, I'm the it guy. Great back and forth with those two, and near the end, it was just pure chaos because Joaquin Wilde and Iguana was going back and forth with flips, dives, even headbutting each other. Then when each guy was trying to run through the ropes, each of the women's tag team partners was kicking them, beating them up, and the referee did not see it. Pure chaos. And then near the end, Lola Vice and Libre brawls on the outside, tags back in, and Lola Vice puts an assault on Libre, going full MMA, going full Vice City, beating the living out of Libre. Like, if you see Mr. Iguana, he looked as shook up. Like, Lola Vice's kicks are deadly. And she was just putting it in on Libre. I'm like, are these girls, like, do they have beef? Because the way those two was fighting, it was real. Then Joaquin came in, but Mr. Iguana picked up the one with an Iguana bomb. Great way to end the show, but it does not end there. Because we had a AAA women's locker room brawl. Because you know Flamer and Lady Marva came out, La Toxicas. But La Catalina and Bayley came in for the save, as well as Joaquin, Wilde, and Mr. Iguana got into the women's locker room action. So we don't know what's going to go on in the women's division, but the women's division just heated up really quickly. So that's pretty much my review of AAA this week. Just pure chaos. And anything can happen, from big guys destroying the division to multiple tag teams to pure women's room, locker room destruction. So that is all I have for this week. I will see you guys next week. Please like, comment, subscribe, stay wrestling, assess, and lucha ready. And I will see you guys next time.